Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all things asymmetric activity and how you can use it to grow your business and get exponential results. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video and leave a comment. And whatever you find useful in today's video, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share this video with any friends who might be interested in watching today's video. Hello, happy Wednesday. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is having an amazing evening. Hope you've all had a really great day. And yeah, welcome to day 3 of this IG live series for female entrepreneurs. So we have covered so far what we covered. The first day we talked about how to turn your idea into a digital product. Yesterday on day 2, we talked about the importance of picking your niche. And to round it all up today, we are going to be talking about this concept called asymmetric activity. I will discuss in a little bit what that means exactly, and obviously talk to you about how it can benefit you when you are in the online business space. So just waiting for a few people to join, and whilst we do so, I will just quickly introduce myself. So I'm Funmi, I'm a coach to entrepreneurs, and I help you to turn your idea into profitable online businesses. Hi Alan, thanks for joining. Nice to see you. So who is today's topic for? It is for entrepreneurs, right? So notice I said entrepreneurs and not just coaches or consultants, because this is for anyone who wants to sell something online. So if you have any skill or expertise in any area that can be turned into a product, then this is for you. The nuggets that I'm going to share for you today will, I think, be quite revolutionary for some of you, because it might seem really simple, the techniques that I'm talking about, but you'll be blown away by the results that you can get from it. So make sure that you have a pen and paper to hand, to make sure you take some notes. And if you have any questions, then please feel free to leave them in the comments below. This video will also be saved on the feed, so you can always go back and rewatch it if for whatever reason you're not able to stay for the whole time. Okay, so as I did yesterday and the day before, if I'm looking over to the side, it's because I'm looking at my laptop, because I've taken some notes that I want to make sure I get through. So I'll be looking just to make sure that I cover all the things that I've made note of to talk about tonight. All right, so first of all, let's just define what is asymmetric activity. So asymmetric activity is regular activities that, when done in a particular setting, achieves exponential results. So it's regular activities that, when done in a particular settings, achieve exponential result. So I will give a few examples as we go along so that you can try and understand exactly what I mean. So the first thing that I want to say, though, as we kind of go into today's topic, is it really pays to know your numbers. And what do I mean by that? When it comes to metrics in anything that you do in business, it's really important for you to know what those numbers are. So for example, it will be, how much money do you want to make in your business, right? Based on your program price, for example, how many sales do you need to make for you to be able to hit the number that you have in mind? How many calls do you need to actually make, right? How many calls do you need to have? So when I say calls, how many people do you need to speak to? How many discovery calls do you need to have? And then what's your conversion rate to get those people into your program for you to hit the number that you want to hit? How many people do you need to reach on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? And always remember the law of diminishing returns. So that means that in order for you to hit your target, you're going to need to set a daily target, right? Because you need to make sure that you hit those numbers consistently, because as you sort of go down the, like, again, you know, talk about like a funnel almost, is you're going to have lots of people to begin with, but that's kind of going to trickle down. The conversion rate will start to kick in where, you know, say you speak to 100 people, not everyone's going to convert, but you need to make sure that you speak to 100 people consistently for you to hit those numbers at the end that you want to hit. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is what's called the power of leverage, right? And the reason I say that is because so many of us think that if we work harder, me included, this is still something that I personally am working on, is that if I work harder, I will get the result that I want, right? But what we need to actually think about and realize is that it doesn't pay to work harder, it pays to work smarter. So what are the ways that you can leverage either time or money or resources for you to get the results that you want? And it's really easy for us to also have this negative outlook in life, i.e. using all the things around us as excuses and seeing them as reasons why we can't achieve the things we want to achieve, right? So, you know, I'm a mum, I have 2 kids, busy household, work, you know, so many things that we have going on in life. And all those things are valid reasons for me to feel tired, for me to feel like I can't, spare any extra time to work on my business. But those are the things that, yes, they're there, but I don't want to use them as reasons or excuses, because I have to keep the end in mind. And therefore, I have to now leverage other ways to get the results that I want. And this is, why I'm talking to you today about asymmetric activities, because for somebody who's busy, this is the key to achieving the goals in your business. So remember I said that it's regular activity, right, that you use in the right setting to get exponential results. So in marketing terms, there's lots of different ways for you to be able to attract new customers, right? So some of those things are cold outreach, actually sending messages to people, or you can do content creation, which should be part of anyone's strategy. You've got just regular engagement on other people's posts. You've got advertising, whether that's paid or organic, and you've got different ways of traffic generation, right? All of these are marketing activities which will form part of your business. But what I've just said is quite a long list, and especially if you're quite busy, that might feel very overwhelming. But what asymmetric activity affords you is to apply those activities that I just talked about in the right setting to explode the results that you get. So I'm going to give you an example that you may have already seen on social media, and I apply it to this concept for you to try and understand what I'm trying to say. So let's take a bottle of water, for example. That same bottle of water, you can go to Costco and get that for 40p. If you go to your local Tesco Express, that same bottle might be £1. If you go to a filling station on the motorway, we know everything is a little bit more expensive there. That same bottle might be £1.50. And then now when you go to the airports, we know things tend to be even more expensive there. That bottle of water is £3. Now, the airport can afford to charge you £3 because in that setting, that bottle of water is worth £3. So they get more for their money because they've put that water in the right setting, i.e. they've put it in front of people who are traveling, so they're busy, they probably forgot their water, and they need that water before they get on a plane. Therefore, they will pay £3 for it, and the people selling it will have maximized the return on that bottle of water. Now, let's apply this to what I'm talking about here in the business setting. Let's talk about content, for example. So content is super important when it comes to marketing your business. And yes, content is great. Content creation can feel very draining because you kind of have to do a lot of it, and you have to think of the kind of content that will really make sure that you attract the right clients. But if you use content in the right setting, i.e. putting it in the right place, you can really get exponential results. What do I mean by that? If you wrote a post and you just posted it on your Instagram where you have 100 followers, you probably won't get very much in return. So you might get, maybe 10 likes, you might get 1 or 2 comments, if that, and, that's the end of that post. But if you are in, for example, a Facebook group full of your ideal clients, and you put that same post, a post that speaks to those people in the group, i.e. it's a value post or a post that really triggers engagement because it speaks to those people, that same post can get you 100 likes, 200 likes, 50 comments, right? And then those comments and those likes can then lead to conversations, people reaching out to you to actually have calls with you. And that is what I mean by exponential results. I'm just going to take a sip of water. So just going to reiterate, the same post that I just mentioned, that if you put it on your Instagram that gets 10 likes, if you put it in front of the right people in a group where there's all these people who are your ideal customer, that post can get 100 likes, 50 comments, 10 calls off the back of it. And I'm going to give you a real life example. So I posted a post in a group, right? And that post got me 606 likes, right? Because that group is full of people who want to do business, full of people who are entrepreneurial, full of people who are looking for something they can do to better themselves in their lives, something to start in terms of business. And then it got 33 comments, people asking, how did you do this? I want to know more about this. And so I then had conversations in the DMs, and I had about 5 or 6 calls off the back of that, right? So that's what I just mean by exponential results. I wrote one piece of content, posted it in one group, and then left. Now, imagine as a busy person how amazing it is to be able to write one piece of content, post it somewhere, and not have to worry about it again until you go back to then engage with the people who are engaging with that piece of content. Right? Another example, another post that I did in a different group, again, full of my ideal clients, got me a sale within 48 hours. And all I had to do was post that piece of content and write it in such a way that really appeals to the people that I'm talking to. And it had 5 women reach out to me. So I posted it and these people came to me. They messaged me. They wanted to know more information. We had a call, and out of those people, one lady decided to buy. So this is just to show you that as a busy person, it is so worth focusing on the right activity, i.e. asymmetric activity, making sure that the normal marketing activities that you might do, you focus them and put them in the right setting. So when we're talking about content, writing content and putting it in front of the people who are meant to see it, and making sure that that group is large enough for you to get the result that you're looking for. If you've got any questions about that, make sure you leave it in a comment. I hope so far that I am making sense. So there are also other ways to achieve leverage, right? So we can think of multipliers. So are there people either in your network or in your wider circle who can act as multipliers? So what do I mean by that? So you might have an idea. So you might have a business, a product, something that you want to sell. Who are key people that you know who have connections to a large group of people, right? Do you know people that are leaders in their industry or leaders in a community, or they just are really well connected to people who might be your ideal customers? So rather than you going, okay, hey, can you give me the numbers of those 50 people, right? That will take you ages to contact each and every one of those people. You can say this to that one influential person. Hey, I've got this idea. Do you know people that could benefit from this, right? And you make it attractive to them. You can find ways for that person to benefit from what you have to offer. So you can offer things like an affiliate scheme, or you can offer a commission, right? So you can say to them, do you know people who might benefit from this? Or I know that you know people that could benefit from this. And to make it mutually beneficial, from every sale that I get from the people that you connect me to, I will give you 5% or 10%, whatever it is that works for you. So you can then, with a little input from yourself, get somebody to reach lots of people, and you can still go about your day, and all you've got to do is then speak to those people as they come into you to say, yes, I'm interested in what you're selling. Right, so this is how affiliate marketing essentially works, right? People that they have a product or they have a service, and rather than them going out to market it themselves, they have people who do that for them, and then those people get commission for every sale that they make. So these are ways, just some ways that you can use asymmetric activity in your business for you to get exponential results. And this is so key for busy people, because so many of us think, okay, well, I really want to start a business. I still have to work my job because I still have bills to pay. I need to put money into the business. So where would I even find the time to work on my business to try and get people in? This is the way to do it. Asymmetric activities, using multipliers, using groups, using other people who can promote on your behalf. And then the last way that you can also use asymmetric activity is by partnering with other people. So you can do that in different ways. You can say to somebody else who has an audience, right? An audience full of the people that are your ideal customer. And you can say, hey, can I come on your podcast? Can we do a YouTube video together? Can we do an Instagram or Facebook Live together? Something that puts you in front of their audience is a great way for you to exercise this asymmetric activity that I'm talking about, because all it takes for you is to have a 30, 40, 60-minute conversation with that person that you may have had on your own on your channel, but now instead of reaching the 100 people that follow you, you're going to reach the 1,000 people that follow that other person. And therefore you are, again, exponentially increasing the results that you can get because of the same activity that you probably would have done on your channel. So if you have any questions at all about asymmetric activity, make sure to leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. So I kind of hope that, everything that I've covered has made sense so far. If it has, drop a fire emoji in the comments just to let me know that you are tracking with what I'm saying. Okay, so let's just kind of wrap up what I've just said. So there is always a way for you to make work what you want to make work. And I say this because, again, I know that I'm talking to busy people. I'm a busy person myself. And I know how it can feel so overwhelming to think, how can I make this dream of mine become a reality within the context of my life at the moment? So talking to you as busy people, asymmetric activity is the way to help you to get the result that you desire with having little time. So doing a piece of activity that you would have done anyway, but putting it into the right setting for you to get the result that you desire. Writing a piece of content and putting it in front of the right people to get the result that you want. Partnering with people, affiliating with people, maybe giving people commission, right, is the way for you to get the biggest bang for your buck. So if you have any questions, like I said before, leave it in the comments, but I'm going to wrap up now by saying just one last thing. If you want to find out more about how to really apply this asymmetric activity to your business, if you have an idea that you've been toiling with and you've kind of been thinking, okay, could this be something? How would I turn this into a business? If you're thinking, okay, I know people are making money in this online space, but you're wondering, how can you do this? How will you know what steps to take, right? You've already watched maybe some videos and you're just thinking, I just want the blueprint. I just want to know what's going to work for me the quickest way. Then I want to invite you to our group program, which is called Just Launch. And it's a 4-month program taking you from the idea stage to a finished program stage. We will literally take you through the map, the blueprint of how you price your program, what to call your program, who your ideal customer is, how to reach those customers, where to go for you to perform that asymmetric activity so that you get the biggest bang for your buck, right? And what we want to do is make sure that we give it to you right now at the fantastic price that we have it before the price goes up. So if you want to find out more information about it, all you need to do is type Just Launch in the comments. you can click the link in the bio as well, or you can send me a DM if you have any more questions. So the price is going to go up from the 30th of September. At the moment, it is as low as $275 per month for you to join, for you to go from, I have an idea, not sure if it's going to be working, whether I can actually make money from it, to having a program that you can sell and monetize. So I really look forward to speaking to you guys about how we can help you to launch your product. Leave Just Launch in the comments, click the link in the bio, or send me a DM. So that wraps up our 3-day live series. Let me know how you found it. If you have watched all the other videos, then let me know what value did you get from them. What was your biggest takeaway? Share it with other people if you know that it will be beneficial to them. And if you have any other questions, I'm looking to do more live videos. So then just let me know what other topics you would like me to cover in the areas of online business. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Aura. Cheers, guys. Bye.